Okay, y'all, we're getting right down to it now. End of January, the 28th. It's Tuesday. I had a little issue with my neck, man, where I couldn't get out here. Went to bed, like most people, I guess. I mean, my wife's got a bunch of fancy pillows on the bed, right, that you take off when you go to sleep. I climbed in here and was watching TV with the timer on, like a lot of Americans probably do, and I fell asleep on both of my pillows. And after I had the heart surgery, I got in the habit of hugging a pillow. Hugging it when you cough because it hurt. Hugging it to protect myself from my wife who sleeps with flailing arms and she doesn't realize that anyone else is around, you know. So I still kind of like hug a pillow when I sleep. So I have two pillows. One that I put my head on and one that I hug. I must have fell asleep on both pillows. And when I woke up, man, I was paralyzed. And it got worse for 2 or 3 days before it started getting better. So yesterday, the first day I could get outside. I still can't. I got full movement yet. This way not so bad, but any quick movements hurts still. So, and at least I'm sleeping all night now. I mean, it still gives me a little pain. I got to find the happy spot, you know, where I'm not in pain. But it doesn't make it worse when I get up. So that's why we haven't given you a new video lately. I decided to do what I told you I was going to do. We cut the porch off. We wanted to leave the pedals in the position they're at. And if we have to, we can lengthen the rod and move the pedals, rotate them forward on their pivot point, and move our heel stop a little more forward to give our feet an angle like this instead of straight up and down where you feel like you're pulling your toes back toward you, especially with your knees bent in a sprint cart. You get cramps in your feet and in your legs and stuff by doing stuff like that. So we leave that there. Instead of cutting it back here, we cut it here. And I took some 3/4 inch round stock, which is 750 thou, and the outside of that tubing, the bumper, the porch, I should say, this is the lower, is about 700 thou. So we got to turn the whole thing down to 700, and then we cut the step in either end. And we've already got one of them done here. I did this one yesterday. I was out here playing around waiting for my water guy to come, the water truck, to fill us up. So that looks good, right? Rich is going to come over this weekend, and I'm going to tack all this stuff together, and he's going to weld the pipe and all this stuff together, and spend a couple hours over here messing around. But so we got to get busy. We got to start cutting. Aluminum, plastic, all that stuff you can hog, but with the steel, it takes more time because this thing is not real secure. I mean, it'll chatter. It's not. It's like the guy that sold it to me said it's a hobby lathe. To buy something this size that you could hog on, right? Those little Chinese, Japanese, those things are like $800 or $900, and all I heard is how the plastic gears strip out and break, and people have nothing but trouble with them. A lot of used ones for sale on like the marketplace on Facebook and Craigslist and stuff, and they go, well, why are they selling them? Because they're junk. So we paid, I think we drove 7 hours one way to get this thing, and I think we paid $400 for it. It is what it is. It works good for what we're doing. It just takes a little time to cut steel. I need better cutters is what I need. Even if I go to Temu and get me some little carbide tip cutters, they'd be better. Those are carbide too, but they're junk. This Harbor Freight stuff there. So we're going to get after this. Get the second one. This is exactly 2 inches here. We'll get this one on and tacked in. Then what we're going to do with the upper bumper is when we made this piece, this lower piece, right? We made this, put this on. We made that out of that 100cc Kart back bumper that Joe Wallace gave us. Hey, Joe, what's up? This is what's left over from the middle of it. We also have, we got the end pieces, remember? I would have cut it out of this, but those little pieces aren't quite long enough. So we're going to need at least 2 inches, maybe a little bit more than 2, and we'll cut it here. We're going to put the 5/8 round stock, or the old steer. This is a piece of real round stock. This is a piece of steering shaft. But you see it fits right in here nicely. Right? So what we'll do is we'll put a mark in the middle. We'll drill a hole on the bottom. Same with the piece after we cut it off here. And we'll spot weld through those drill holes just to keep this from moving. Then when Rich welds, it's going to be about a 2 or 2.5 inch. Because this isn't straight, it's on an angle. If it was straight, it would be the exact same amount. You follow me? Because we're going on an angle, all things aren't the same. We might have to go 2 1/8, whatever, 2 3/16 or something. But we'll that's why we're doing the porch first. We'll get the porch tacked in place, then we'll cut this thing and we'll figure it out with our round stock in the bumper, and we'll measure the gap that we need when we're happy with what. Yeah, that's right. I'll bring you all that as we go. I don't know if I'm going to get all of this done and tacked together today, but if not, for sure tomorrow we'll have everything tacked in place. When we fire up the welder to do our tacking, we'll go ahead and get the stuff tacked on the pipe as well. That way it's ready for Rich. Again, maybe not, because he's bringing silicon bronze. You don't want to tack, just like you don't want to have to TIG weld over top of MIG tacks, because it you end up with a bunch of porosity in that weld. You're going to have to grind it all off. And if he's going to use silicon bronze on our chrome, because it'll look cool, we don't want to tack with mild steel. So maybe we'll just wait. We'll get the pieces right, ready to go. If we get, so we'll just use a round number, say it's a 2 1/4 inch piece that needs to go in here to get it at the right length. We can go ahead and drill a hole in the bottom of it and weld this end of the bumper, this end of the bumper, and our new extension piece on our flat stock so it won't move. Basically, it'll be tacked together. Rich can go ahead and do his welding. That way it's not tacked where he's going to be putting the silicon bronze, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we got going. It's going to take, well, from yesterday, I really was taking it easy. I still kind of had a bit of a headache from the neck and everything. But it took an hour and a half to turn that piece down. Now I kind of know how many cuts it's going to take. It'll go a little bit quicker. But that's what we got going. I hope we'll bring you a finished, kind of at least tacked together, so you can see how things are going to be in place. I just was not happy with that spacer setup, you know. Basically, I was trying to find a cheap, easy way out. And had it been sturdy, I never would have been really completely satisfied with that. But it is what it is, man. You know, I would have dealt with it. The fairing is going to cover a bunch of that. Now, we're just going to do what we should have done from the get-go, which is cut and weld. Hang in there, y'all. It'll get better. We'll see you in a bit.